Today, I'm going to talk about something I haven't really talked about before. And it's something that has been on my mind to speak about for a very long time, but I haven't actually found the words to do so. And so today, given recent events in my life and how I tried to film another video that was more well planned out and that just epically failed, I'm just going to sit in front of the camera in all my makeup with the bees and do a off-the-cuff video and see how that goes. So basically, I've been really struggling lately when it comes to anxiety, and I am not sure why, so to speak. I'm guessing it has something to do with the fact that I'm doing a bunch of things. I'm doing a bunch more things than I used to do. So my life is a little bit more chaotic in the sense of I'm doing more. And maybe that's what's making me more anxious. And I guess really, now that I'm saying it out loud, yeah, that's probably what's causing all of this, is I'm just doing more. But the solution for me personally is not to do less, it is to manage being able to do more. And I think that's the route I want to take, is can I manage my anxiety so that I can still do all the things I want to do and not have to worry too much about being too anxious. But the problem is that currently I'm quite overwhelmed in a lot of areas of my life, and due to the overwhelmed nature, my anxieties are shooting up. See, even me just making this video is helping me figure out what's actually going on. This is why I talk to you guys. It's kind of frustrating because I have several ways I manage my anxiety now, and it's a common comorbidity of those with schizoaffective disorder, and it's a definite comorbidity with people who have obsessive compulsive disorder, like myself. Like, I have obsessive compulsive disorder, schizoaffective disorder, and anxiety. It's like the trifecta of nonsense. Not fun. But because I'm diagnosed with it, I can get treatment for it, right? So I do have 2 anxiety medications that I have been prescribed. One of them is gabapentin, and that one I take every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Lately, definitely multiple times a day, which is prescribed. I'm allowed to do that. And then I have a more heavy-duty PRN medication that I don't take very often because it's only for emergencies. And right now, as messed up as I feel anxiety-wise, it doesn't constitute an emergency every single day. So I've been saving that one for when it's really unbearable, and that's what it's for. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to save it for when it's really unbearable. So I've been scraping by with the gabapentin, and I don't think it is as helpful now as it was when I first started taking it. But that's also a common thing that happens when people take psychiatric medications or other medications, because gabapentin is not a psychiatric medication. It just has psychiatric purposes. And so it's not as effective as it was in the beginning. Because I remember when I first started taking it, it was life-changing for me. I felt like I was free. I felt like my brain worked better. I felt I had little nervousness in my life. Things that used to make me incredibly nervous at work no longer made me nervous as much. And that was really, it opened up a few doors for me, like professionally in my brain, because I was able to not be anxious in situations where I definitely need to not be anxious, like meetings with my boss and meeting other people from just other labs and stuff. Like, it was not nearly as stressful as it used to be because the anxiety went down. And so that was a big deal. It also helps when I go to conventions. Like, I love cosplaying, but cosplaying can be very anxiety inducing, especially when it's something new that I worked really hard on that I haven't worn in front of people yet. And I'm about to go in a room with a bunch of people I don't know, and they're going to look at my costume and they'll have an opinion about it. And that can be really anxiety inducing as well. But I love cosplaying, so I take my gabapentin and I go to the con, and it actually really helps a lot. And that's really the power of medication, is that it does help these things. It's not something that, I don't know, I feel like some people, they honestly just want to muscle through it rather than just taking the medication that would really help. But for me, I was never someone who wanted to muscle through it. I was just forced to for a long time because my first psychiatrist didn't necessarily believe in anxiety, if that makes sense. Like, it was only due to a cause, and once you get the cause, you solve the anxiety. It's like anxiety for no reason wasn't really on his radar, and that's up to him and his practice and how he, you know, did things. I'm not saying he's a bad psychiatrist. I still think he's an amazing psychiatrist. I mean, I talk fondly about him on this channel, but that was the one thing that we didn't really see eye to eye on. And then when I got my new nurse practitioner, I was able to get the gabapentin that I needed all these years, and it was able to help me. But lately I just feel like it isn't working as well. And I don't know if it's because my anxiety is more powerful or if the medication is losing effectiveness. I'm not 100% sure, and I'm going to talk with him about this when I see him in October, but it's very frustrating for me. And so what I'm doing is, yes, I'm taking my medication. Okay, easy peasy, take the pills, we're good to go. But not actually good to go. I don't even know why I said that the way I did. But anyway, I take the medication. I should be good to go. That's what I was trying to get at, is I should be good to go. And that's just not the case. So I've been in therapy. I've been doing some cognitive behavior therapy with anxiety with my therapist, and we've been trying to do some dialectical behavior therapy as well. We've talked about radically accepting the things in my life that cause me anxiety, and radical acceptance helps with so many things in life. It's one of my favorite DBT skills. I'm definitely going to do a video about it for you guys, but that wasn't helping as much, but I've got that on the back burner. Like, maybe if I think in my brain, is something in my life that's causing me anxiety, do I just need to radically accept something? And radical acceptance it's accepting things for what they are without judgment. That's really how I view it. And so if I just accept the thing and not have an opinion about it, then maybe that'll be for the best. So that was a good step in the right direction, but it wasn't working either. And so I have been trying to do other stuff. So months ago now, I made a video about how I thought I was headed into an episode, and I asked the Hive for stress relief tips. And most of you guys came back and said that I needed to either go on a walk, but especially go on a walk in nature. And I went through hundreds of comments, and that was the number one thing that most of you guys said. And so I did it, and it helped. And so I've been doing that more lately, and that's been helping, because being out in nature really does help. And another thing is that I've been trying to pick up my guinea pigs in the morning when I wake up before work. If you guys have been on my Instagram at all, you should be able to see a guinea pig in my mirror outfit photos that I post most of the time. And there's a piggy in the picture, and the piggies are just adorable and cute and fluffy, and I just grab whichever one is easiest to pick up, and it depends on the day which one that piggy is, that little unlucky piggy that I get to pick up. But they love me, and I love them dearly. And so I've been trying to play with my guinea pigs in the morning, and that's been helping me feel a little bit more grounded and stuff. But I don't know, I'm trying to fall back on stress relief hobbies. I think I'm going to potentially try to take a bath without my phone. I want to start doing more coloring. I've been coloring a little bit, but I have this amazing coloring book that I got all the way back in 2018 from this company called Squishable, which actually made the big ginormous bee you see back here. That's Big Bumbleton. That's their name. And they made a coloring book, and I've been slowly going through that coloring book ever since 2018 on and off. And so I'm trying to get back into coloring. That would help. Maybe I'll pick up knitting again. But the thing is, it's just I worry. I'm like, do I have the time? And the answer is I need to make the time. That's very clearly the answer to this whole conversation, is that I need to make the time for myself to do these things, to relax and stuff. And the other thing is I think big time loser potentially, is I'm going to try to get back into yoga, to do stretching and mobility and breathing exercises to kind of be more at peace with myself. And I think that really might be the thing that helps with it all. But I think it's just, the anxiety it causes my heart rate to speed up. It causes my blood pressure to go up. It causes me to shake. My hands and fingers, my fingers and toes sometimes go numb from anxiety. And as many of you know, I experience catatonia, usually happening as a result of intense anxiety. And so anxiety is this force that I have to be very careful with, a force that is to be reckoned with, something that is to be respected, but also worked with. And so I'm trying to figure out how to work with this part of me that is all anxiety is doing is telling me that I should care about what I'm being anxious about. That's kind of how I view it, is that if I'm anxious about something, that just means I care about what that thing is. It's just that I don't need to have this feeling about it. I just need to know that I care about it. Like before my talk I did back in June out in San Diego that I went to, I was really anxious about the talk, but that was because I cared about the talk and I wanted to do well. So I've kind of applied that knowledge to anxiety in other aspects of my life. But that doesn't make dealing with the feeling any less intense, because my heart is still beating fast. I'm still having higher blood pressure. In extreme cases, I'm at risk of becoming catatonic, and it's very frustrating to have to deal with this and not know how to make it better. And so I guess there's 3 big things I'm going to leave this video with. 1, I am going to get help about it. I'm going to continue to talk to my therapist, and I'm going to talk to my nurse practitioner about how to manage it, both from a therapy perspective and from a pharmacological one. 2, I'm going to keep on doing the things that are working. I'm going to keep walking in nature. I'm going to color more. I'm going to take baths without my phone, and I'm going to start doing yoga again. That's what I can do in this situation, and that's what I'm going to do. If it means I have to sleep a little bit less in order to fit in some of those things, I think I might try to do that. And the final thing is, you guys, hey, how's it going? If you have any anxiety tips you'd like to give me, any mindsets you've had that have really helped you deal with your own anxiety, or someone you know has anxiety, how do you help them deal with it? Okay, yeah, that was potentially a jumbled mess, but that's all for this video. Thank you so much for joining me in making the uncomfortable comfortable. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.